Look, live people.
I know, we're here. I know it's not virtual. You're here in person,
I know.
physically. I love it. It's nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I know. I'm freaking out about the Santa Claus, and we're gonna get to it. But I hear that you love changing the design of rooms when you go places.
That was a weird story your people came up with.
So you've never done that?
I do it all the time.
Okay, we didn't come up with it.
But if somebody asked me a question, there'd be sometimes like I'll walk into somebody's room and while we're talking, they'd go, "It's just great that constantly." I'm on the road a lot. Besides doing movies and TV, I do Vegas and travel, and I look at those. You get out of a hotel, every floor there's 2 chairs and a table.
Yeah.
And you get off the elevator.
Yeah.
Is anybody so tired in the elevator, they get out and go, "Thank God there's a chair I could sit." But I'm genuinely always move the flower arrangement a little to the left. There's a statue, a horse or something.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, there's somebody in the security camera goes, "What is that tool boy doing? Why does he get off every day and move this stuff around?" And it's an ADD thing.
I was like, I'm kind of like that, especially with pictures on the wall.
Yes.
I can't think of anything else.
Well, I do.
If I see it.
My mother, who is now, we put her into a condo, as I could tell her. Her house, she's short, so all the pictures are real.
Is it assisted living? Is that what it is? Kind of
it's such a long story. It's you know.
I just love that you called it a condo.
The only way I could get her in it is they said, "Hey, think of it as a condo," and her whole demeanor says, "Oh, like in Florida or something." You go, "Yeah, that would be it."
Yeah.
Except it's in mid-Michigan, but yeah, consider it a condo in Florida.
But people take care of you. That's nice. They play games. They do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's your turn to take care of your mama now?
Well, it's nobody trains you how to be a parent, and certainly nobody trains you how to be a parent to your parent. And it's luckily there's 9 of us, and we're able to move. All of us are doing it. But
I forget how many brothers or siblings you have. Wow.
I'm lucky because I have a lot of good friends that are taking care of their parents on their own, and it's so much. If you're doing it or you see it, it's really difficult.
Well, it's time consuming if you also have a job and you also have a family.
And they can be. My mother once looked at me, and I've had a good relationship with my mom. I've been in a lot of trouble in my life, and so she and I have come to understanding that none of my bad behavior was her problem. I made my own bad decisions. Yeah. And I've helped her through this, but I've been like a friend of hers. You know, because I listen to everything she has to say and I don't give her any advice. And so she's mean right now to all my brothers. And she finally got mean to me one day. I was telling her, "You can't do this." She didn't make any sense. She's making weird sentences. And I said, "I don't understand. You're calling me a liar." No, I didn't call you a liar, but the first part of that sentence did not match the last part. She goes, "You know what? Why don't you go to lunch and don't hurry back?" I laughed at first. I went, "Are you serious? Did you just say that to me?" And that she doesn't know how to shut things off. And I said, it's a real challenge.
My mom, she'll hate me for this. She has no filter. Do not ask my mom for the truth. Because she will serve it up on a platter and be like,
but you're not asking for it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
No, she does that too. You don't even have to ask. Yeah, she does that too. Anyway, but you talked about your design compulsion. So who wins at your house? Like if you and your wife are like, you want something somewhere and she...
Luckily, my wife and I are both neatniks. I mean, I'm a little bit more of a neatnik than her, but it's always one item in the house that's passive-aggressive fighting. And it happens to be a lamp we have that I'll come in and I go, "Why is that lamp over there?" And I'll go in, and it's literally 6 inches to the left. And I go like this. And I know she's probably coming into the bedroom. She goes, "Why is that lamp like that?" And this is going on for years where every time I come back in, that lamp is back over there. And I know who's putting it back there. I do that.
And you say it passive aggressively. Who keeps doing this?
Who keeps doing that, moving the lamp to the left?
Are you an in the middle guy or an off center? Because I'm off center.
It's called asymmetrical design. I went to design school and I explained this to my family.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah. I love design. I want to be an interior designer or landscape designer. I really like that. But the product design is really what
I love that too.
I love it.
I've read books on Olmsted. Like I'm a nerd about landscaping. Like he did Central Park. He did all of these parts. Started I'm a nerd about stuff like that. I think.
Well, the guy that I like was Brooks Stevens. I believe that's his name. But the guy that changed the washing machines from a gray machine in the basement. He said, why don't we make them white with a window in it so you can see the wash? And he changed the whole zeitgeist of washing machines.
Design is important. I
love
agree.
it. I love it.
My Olmsted was more like with Central Park. I like the landscaping stuff. I like indoors as well, like interiors. But I think it's just beautiful what you can do with nature and make it just accent it.
Product design is I love product design.
Yeah. That's cool. I didn't know that's about you. Okay. I mentioned Vegas earlier. So do you like doing Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas is a peculiar place because when I do concerts, people pay tickets to come see me. In Vegas, sometimes it's the last thing on their mind. Well, I guess we got to go see that comedian. You know,
it's like a corporate event.
Well, sometimes it's free tickets, sometimes it's giveaways, and you know, often you get people that just lost a lot of money.
Yeah. So they're excited.
Yeah, this is great. Or the real drunks that make a lot of money at the ATM machine.
Yeah.
Oh, I keep winning. This is great. I just point to these numbers and I just keep getting money.
Gives me money. Oh my God, I'm going to do that when I lose there. So you posted an iconic photo recently. I love this photo. Oh. Look at how many amazing people are in this photo. All of y'all. I mean, that's an iconic photo, man. So what comes to mind when you see a photo like that?
Well, first, my dear friend who's passed away, Bob Saget, who I loved dearly. Yeah. That picture, though, is at that time, Robin, who again's passed away, you can't keep up with him. I'm really good off the cuff. I'm not probably the fastest guy on the planet mentally is Marty Short. If you go to a party with Marty Short, you're sick, your stomach laughing, so you have to leave. Yeah. He won't shut up.
Yeah.
As I said, I've done a couple movies with him. A director has never, ever told Marty Short, could you go bigger? You know, you've never said, he makes noise getting out of a seat. It's, oh!
Like
Marty, you're just getting out of a chair. Oh!
There's comedy to be had everywhere.
Everywhere. Well, Rodney in that picture is trying to say something. He's going, he's waiting for Robin to finish the sentence.
Yeah.
And he was getting really frustrated. Years ago, I had a kid, and I'm laughing because Rodney's going to have a nervous breakdown. Saget was going, have you seen the buffet? He just wanted to eat something. And Lovitz is in the back going, I'm John Lovitz. I'm actually John Lovitz. I was Ed Eastern. It was the most amazing to be around those comics. But once again, Williams we went to a vacation in Mexico. He came out of a spa, he and his wife, and my wife and I, hey, we're going in, Robin. And Robin and I did probably a 20-minute bit fest. We're just doing all this act, and my wife is going, his wife, they were saying hello to each other. We walk away, and my wife goes, what just happened there? I said, Robin got a new car. His older boy is having, I went through all this stuff. She goes, somehow in the middle of that, you got all that information? I said, well, comics do bits or riffs, and in there, I hear what they're actually saying.
I love that, and other people are confused.
They're
it's
confused.
Like code.
No, they don't want
to. I like it. Do you ever feel like, because you are so funny, that people expect it everywhere you go? Well, people often think I just sing everywhere, like I'm in a musical in life or something. And I'm like, I don't sing everywhere.
Don't you?
Nope. I'm gonna try to Target next time.
No, I said,
nope.
Well, it's an amazing, there's two different stories come to mind. Bob Seger is a friend of mine, and he used to come to comedy shows, and he's just out of his mind. How do you guys do that? And he said the same thing, because I riff during the day.
Yeah.
And I said, Bob, somehow you go into a room and go, do-do-do-do-dee-dee-do-do-do. You make music, and he goes, it just comes to me. I said, for a comedian, I don't know how you do what you do.
Yeah.
Singers, I think that's an amazing bit. To me, there's a lot of guys that aren't funny off stage. Like I said, the Marty Shorts are. I do it at home, and now my kid, who you'll meet, is... I do bits at the table, but they're in the middle of the bit.
Yeah.
You got to keep doing it, and people go, that's nothing. And then I'll figure out what the punchline is.
Yeah.
And my young one loves comedy. So one night she's doing something to me, and I didn't laugh. And she says, Dad, you didn't laugh. And I said, it didn't land. And she got she's little, so and my wife go, why did you say that? I'm not gonna,
because you're your mom.
Yeah. So now.
No, I'm just saying. No, I said I'm totally projecting my own thing. I'm totally.
Well, it just happened. But I was going to say, now my kid is so funny because I do it. Sometimes I'm doing bits, and there's a real silence at the table. The kid looks at me and goes, Dad, didn't land.
Karma. I love, kids are so honest too. Mine are specifically as well. But you were also recently spotted with Tom Hanks. Does that mean that there's like another Toy Story happening? What's happening?
Oh.
What's happening? What's happening?
You know, Tom and I really become very close friends from Toy Story 1. He's a very different person than me, and he eats off my plate, which I remember that I come from a family, you don't do that. Because you got a lot of kids, if I ate it, I wanted mine. So Tom is in the middle of the first Toy Story, you go, oh, this is just so much fun working with you. And I go, those are actually my French fries. That's why they're in this area here. He and I differ on so many things. I adore that man's heart and mind. And so now it's the most peculiar lunches. We've been going to lunch since Toy Story 1, you know, twice, 2-3 times a year. And we're like two older women because we will sit almost too close to each other at a booth.
Yeah.
It's just weird. And all of a sudden I go, you know, I think I'm gonna get up and sit on that side of the table. And even Reed has asked Tom, says, what do you guys talk about? And I don't think I've ever trusted a human being as much as Tom to listen to me, and vice versa. We're very different opinions on so many things, but he's gotten me to accept he's really a wonderful, engaging person, and he's the first guy that listens to me and doesn't judge. And we talk about—
Love that, open. Yeah, to be open is nice.
Yeah, it's nothing
I think
like—
that's the only way you progress and grow and learn about other people's opinions, and maybe yours might
Listen, just learn to listen, go, and not jump in, as one buddy of mine said, don't should on people.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? You know, don't throw in your opinion, just listen and be able to walk away from that and go, God, I heard what somebody said.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.